Many would refer to the 90s as the golden age of hip-hop, and that's hard to argue with. Now, I'm not someone that thinks that the 90s was a perfect era for rap, and honestly I know a lot more about current day artists than 90s ones, but this doesn't take away from the fact that some amazing music was released back then. Now, as the criteria for this list, I'm counting rappers who had the majority of their activity or success in the 90s. Now, this might be a decision that some disagree with, but I'm not going to include any rappers from huge groups like the Wu-Tang Clan here that also rap solo. Otherwise, this whole list would pretty much be Wu-Tang Clan members, the entire list, I swear. And I will be doing another list for best rap groups of the 90s anyway at some point. Now, there's no face cam in this video. I'll explain the reasons for that towards the end. I do apologize for the lack of face cam, but that will be back. It's just for this particular video. I'll explain that all at the end. And also remember to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram under the username CDTVProductions, and that's all lowercase for the Snapchat. And with that being said, today we will be counting down my personal list of the top 10 90s rappers. This is CDTV Productions, and let's get right into this list. And at number 10, we have Eazy-E.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoops.
Eazy-E was a fantastic artist, and the only reason I have him low on this list is because I have such mixed feelings about his voice, which for me is very important when listening to a rapper. It's quite high-pitched, but it's never unbearable. It's just something I had to get used to. But Eazy always provides an enjoyable listen with a funky but still dark gangsta sound to his music. Also, his work ethic is pretty impressive. When Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg dissed Eazy-E on The Chronic, instead of responding with just one diss track, Eazy essentially responded with an entire EP. That's pretty impressive. And at number 9, we have Scarface.
I never understood why I could never see a man cry till I seen a man die.
Scarface had a very interesting style and was one of the many rappers who had a big part in popularizing mafioso rap in the 90s. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of older southern rap music, but Scarface is a pretty big exception that I can make, and that may be partially because he doesn't exactly strongly stick to the southern sound. His album The Diary is ridiculously good with amazing rich production that Scarface worked easily with his deep commanding voice. I really love his haunting hooks, and he's a pretty good storyteller as well. If you want to see a great example of this, check out his track I Seen a Man Die. It's a very haunting track. And at number 8, we have Warren G.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
I absolutely love the G-Funk sound that was used a lot in the 90s, mostly by West Coast rappers, and Warren G embodies that sound. Adding to this, Warren has a really smooth and calm voice, which helps add to the more relaxed and funky sound of his music. His Regulate album is just a perfect album to chill to, with some really laid-back vocals and relaxing beats. I really like the hard-hitting rap from the 90s, but some more upbeat stuff is always appreciated, and that's what Warren provides. And at number 7, we have Dr. Dre.
Things just ain't the same for gangsters, times is changing. Young niggas is aging, becoming OGs in the game and changing to make way for these new names and faces, but the strangest thing.
Now, it's no secret that Dre is first and foremost a producer, and it's pretty widely known that he's used ghostwriters on a large amount of songs. But I don't really care about that, because at the end of the day, it still results in great songs, and I'd still definitely count Dre as a rapper. He has a great voice for rapping, and it's never a bad thing when you hear him on a track. The fact that he's one of my favorite producers is a massive plus, obviously, and I really love his particular style of beats, and his G-Funk sound is amazing. Dre definitely had some of the catchiest tracks of the 90s. And at number 6, we have Ice Cube.
Thought you knew it, fool, you know how we do it. Coming from the west side, coming from the west side.
Yet another original member of NWA on this list, Ice Cube was known for his violent and often controversial lyrics. What I love about Cube's music is that his violence is so blunt and over the top for its time that it makes me laugh and never fails to entertain me. Listen to Gangsta's Fairy Tale and tell me that shit doesn't make you laugh your ass off. I also love his really intense and angry delivery. He's a bit lower on this list because his lyrics are fairly basic, but I will never deny that he is entertaining as fuck to listen to. His music did get a fair bit worse admittedly as his career went on, but Ice Cube in the 90s was fucking great. And at number 5, we have Mos Def.
3 for the 4th, coming live, future shock. It's 5 dimensions, 6 senses, 7 firmaments of heaven and hell, 8 million stories to tell, 9 planets faithfully keep an orbit with the probable 10.
For me, Mos Def has a great style of rapping. Just the way he emphasizes certain words within his flow, it seems very methodical. Black on Both Sides was a fantastic album, and I love almost all the concepts on here. Pretty much every song had one. Now, a few albums from the 90s can have the problem of a lot of the tracks sounding fairly similar due to things like not many different drum patterns or using the same song structure, but what I love about Mos Def is I can distinguish between pretty much all of his songs very easily. And at number 4, we have Nas.
Street dreams are made up these. Niggas push beamers at 300 degrees. A drug dealer's destiny is reaching a key. Everybody's looking for something.
Now, I only got familiar with the music of Nas very recently, but as you can tell by this ranking, I was a huge fan from what I heard. I absolutely loved It Was Written, and Illmatic was amazing as well. I slightly preferred It Was Written, but they are both undeniable classics. Illmatic had a more underground and personal sound, whereas It Was Written was a little bit more fictional and commercial, but they're albums that instantly strike you as legendary. Also, if you haven't heard the song I Gave You Power, I urge you to check it out. It's one of the best extended metaphors I've ever heard, where Nas raps basically as if he were a gun. Honestly, almost all the tracks I've heard from him stand out, and he is an amazing rapper and a great lyricist. And at number 3, we have Tupac.
I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be.
One of the main things I love about Tupac Shakur's music is his versatility. Legit, one track he could have you thinking about your life and making you feel sad. Then the next he could have you wanting to commit armed robbery on your own fucking house. You can go from the inspirational sound of a track like Life Goes On to the dark and angry sound of Ambitions as a Rider. It's honestly difficult to find someone with music that is as quotable as Tupac's, and that's one of the reasons why even long after his death, he is still one of the most remembered and respected rappers of all time. Tupac is not only a fantastic storyteller, he's just all around a great artist and really paved the way for some of the most popular acts in hip-hop today, and it's kinda hard to deny his influence on rap music. He also had a pretty respectable output, with him releasing 6 studio albums in 6 years, with 2 of those being double albums. He was such an influential artist and will be remembered for a long, long time. And at number 2, we have Notorious B.I.G.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Tims and black hoodies.
Biggie is yet another artist who unfortunately lost his life at a very young age. Big would only see the release of one of his albums, but it can't be denied that the music he produced was incredible. Ready to Die and Life After Death are both undoubtedly classic albums, and I love almost all the songs on both of them. See, usually I'm not a huge fan of double albums because they can sometimes be very hard to get through due to the length of them. However, I can easily make it through both discs of Life After Death in one go. Biggie raps about murder an awful lot, but he also has some really feel-good songs like Juicy and Big Papa. But he can also rap about his personal issues on tracks such as Suicidal Thoughts. He really was an interesting rapper to listen to, and I love his deep, almost husky voice. Now, I don't know if people will be mad that I put Biggie above Pac, but this is just my opinion, and Biggie wins very slightly for me. And at our number 1 spot, my favorite rapper of the 90s, we have Big L.
Hey yo, you better flee hops or get your head flown 3 blocks. L keep rappers hearts pumping like beatbox. And every day I gain clout and my name sprouts. Some brothers will still be virgins to crack.
Now, Big L only dropped 1 studio album during the 90s, but it was so fucking incredible to me that it earned him this number 1 spot. Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous is a fantastically good LP, and I was honestly surprised how ahead of his time Big L sounded. He has wordplay that is pretty well thought out, a great flow, and pretty damn solid multi-syllable rhymes. Honestly, he could rap about taking a bath and make it fun to listen to. Even the topics he picks to rap about are still really relevant to today's world, such as police brutality or whack rappers getting in the spotlight. Another thing I love is how hungry L sounds. Listen to his verse on The Graveyard and tell me he isn't rapping like his whole life depends on it. Also, as a side note, Jay-Z was incredible on that track as well. It's weird, because usually whenever I hear people talking about their favorite 90s rappers, very rarely I'll hear Big L mentioned, and that is such a shame for me. He was definitely underrated for how good he was as an artist. Like the previous 2 artists, Big L tragically also lost his life in a shooting, with this occurring when he was only 24 years old. I have nothing but admiration for his music, music, and I am without a doubt going to check out all of his posthumous albums as soon as possible. And that is why Big L takes my personal spot as my favourite rapper of the 90s. Well guys, that is going to be it for the video today. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and leave a comment below. Let me know your personal favourite rappers of the 90s, and if you have any requests for any videos you want me to do. Now, there is not a face cam in this video, and the reason for that is because honestly, in all honesty, I struggled to even get this recorded today. I've been having fatigue issues for like the past 5 months. And I wouldn't say it's manageable, like it's really kind of intense fatigue, but I just kind of forced myself to make YouTube a natural part of my schedule because I really enjoy doing it and I love making these videos, and that's why I'm still making this one today. Like, I'm forcing myself to do this, make this video right now, because I know I'll be pissed off at myself tomorrow if I don't upload today. But yeah, my fatigue was just so fucking intense today, and I literally just drank an energy drink before this, literally like filled myself up with sugar. It's so unhealthy to just be able to get through recording this. So that's why there's no face cam today, because that takes even longer to record and there's a lot more to set up. I honestly just can't bring myself to do that today. This was pretty much the only way the video was gonna get done today, if I just filmed it just straight up audio with no face cam. So if you're new to the channel, I usually have face cam. This probably isn't the best video to start from because I don't know if I sounded tired throughout the video, but I am fucking tired right now, guys. But yeah, it's been an ongoing issue for about 5 months. Hopefully I can get to the bottom of it. Usually making videos is no problem. I can breeze right through it because I love to do it, but today I don't know why, I just struggled so much. But with that being said, guys, I really hope you did enjoy this. I hope regardless it turns out as a good video. I'd be really disappointed if it didn't, because I'm really happy with what I've done with this YouTube channel so far, and I'm really proud of it. The quality of the content, I don't want that to drop, and I also don't want the quantity to drop, which is why even if it's a bad day, I'm forcing myself to record. So you know what, guys, that's all I've got to say. Please follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, like I mentioned at the start. CDTVProductions, all lowercase for the Snapchat. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening if you've stayed this long, and I hope you guys understand. Next upload, I'll make sure I'm awake. I don't care. I'll make sure I'm ready for it, and that's all I got to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 50k. The Q&A will come very soon. You know I'm always late with that. And this is CDTV Productions, signing out.